What's happening, everybody? It's Cameron with the Atlas Strength Shop, back with another video. And I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm gonna do one again. This is equipment that I most regret purchasing for the Atlas Strength Shop. So we're gonna talk today about these adjustable pulling blocks from Titan Fitness. But before we do that, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us out a lot. Have you done that already? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So a little disclaimer, that disclaimer being, I did not purchase these. These were purchased by a member of the gym. These were purchased by Colt Swanson because he pulls from an 18-inch height a lot, and it seemed like it would be a lot easier to just have some of these than to get our big heavy pulling blocks out. But they were used a handful of times and they have been collecting dust for the last several years, and we're gonna talk about why, because there's a few reasons why. So we're gonna start with just the basic craftsmanship. The welds and everything look great. It's got these rubber feet just like every other Titan product. They fit the bar nice, and you can tighten them onto the bar with this little adjustment screw. That's really where the good things about this stop and what makes them useless for most people's practical application. So the first problem that I have with them is the strength is not nearly as strong as advertised. If you go to their website, they say they're rated at 1,300 pounds. Colt has never pulled 1,300 pounds on these. However, if you look where the retaining pin meets, it's already tearing through the steel from this hole to the next hole. That's no good. You can't have that and say that they're rated at 1,300 pounds because it's already losing structural integrity. Also, if you pull the pin out, it's already starting to warp. It takes a lot of force to warp these pins, and somehow we've managed to do that. This piece also comes off really, really easily as well. So those are the first couple problems I have with it. And this is the one that it's easy to show. The other one is so warped that, let me take this retaining pin out. Okay, so earlier this was so warped I couldn't even get this off, but if you look and you compare the two, you'll see what I mean. There is no way you can say this is rated at 1,300 pounds. Can I get this back in? And it had that problem. Okay, so what I was trying to demonstrate was that this one was so warped I couldn't even pull it out of there. I'm glad I was able to though, just so I could show you just how deformed it was. Right now on Titan's website, these are selling for $94. They run sales all the time, so you might be able to get them cheaper than that. So if your deadlifts are really slow and controlled and you don't move it and you don't lift very heavy, then maybe go ahead and buy them. But I'm about to tell you the thing that annoys me the most about them. Grab this pin before I lose it. Tuck that back in. So this is the center point that it hangs on. So the problem is these rotate on their own. Sure, you can tighten this pin, but if you've ever lifted with plates, the decagons with the 10 flat sides instead of being perfectly round, you know what a problem that can be, because whenever the weight hits, it readjusts. Sometimes it'll slam into your shins, sometimes it'll pull away, but you have to adjust your stance between every single rep, because inevitably one of these is going to land and hit the ground like this and readjust, and the other one's gonna hit the ground like this and readjust. They never hit flat. If you're gonna make something like this, make something that's round. That would work a lot better in my opinion. You gotta make it really heavy on the center point so that it stays directly up and down. But you will never be able to make something like this that has an adjustable height that is going to be better than blocks or spacers. And I'm gonna show you some of the things that we have here that are much better than this option. Let me go grab it. So the first and the best option is something like this, especially if you compete in strongman, because you want something that's going to be a standard height for strongman events. Usually it's 13 inches or 18 inches, or just standard bar height. These are the Titan wagon wheels. They're a little bit dented up, but that has nothing to do with the way Titan made them. That has to do with us dropping them from overhead. You're not supposed to drop these things from overhead, but we did that anyway, and because of that, they got some flat sides, but they still work fantastic. You can't get anything bigger than this from Titan, but Arsenal Strength and a couple other companies out there, they make some 18-inch pull versions. Rogue also makes a pair just like this. They're a little bit better built. Rogue also makes a pair of bumper plates. They're the same diameter, which I really want to get those. Those are 75 pounds a piece, if I remember right. And those are really great options. This is another option if you don't want to buy a whole bunch of extra plates though. Something like this gets used the most here at the Atlas Strength Shop. I make these every time we replace our deadlift platforms, and it's just old cabinet grade plywood on one side, stall mats from Tractor Supply on the other. So if you're doing something like partial pulls, we put them face down. That way you have the rubber to absorb the impact. If we're doing deficit deadlifts, I flip them over and we stand on the wooden platform just like you would a typical platform. So they're multi-use and they are stackable. Each one is 1.5 inches thick. And for the same price as buying these pulling blocks, you can make a lot of these because you can just buy one sheet of plywood and a couple Tractor Supply mats, and you can make the same thing. So maybe a little bit more, but you can make a lot of these and they're going to be a lot better for your bar. They're going to be a lot better for your pull because you can pull the slack out of the bar the same way you would on a deadlift, where each of the plates rise off the bar as you pull slack out of the bar. So personally, I think this is the best option for just your average gym goer training environment. If you're competing in something like strongman where you have to train for a specific pull, especially if that pull is off of wagon wheels, tires, something like that, then it's best to have that specific equipment to train on. So that's really it for the video. Moral of the story is don't waste your money on these. I don't know, unless you find them for like 20 bucks on Facebook Marketplace and you're just stubborn and want to use them. That's really the only way. I don't think these things are worth any more than 20 bucks. They're definitely not worth the $94 there on Titan's website right now. So that's it for the video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it really does help us out a lot. If you're in the Baton Rouge area and you'd like to come and not use this and use some of the other really cool equipment that we have, hit me up on Instagram. That is the best way to get in touch with me and be a part of this community. Not gonna lie, we're starting to fill up. I might have to cap the membership soon. So get it while it's hot. If you are not in the Baton Rouge area and still like sports, you can do that a few ways. You can head to the website. You can check out our apparel options and our programming options. This shirt has some holes in it from Stone. I need to buy some from Stones. I need to buy some new ones. I'm gonna head to the website and order myself some stuff. I designed it all myself. I like it. Hopefully you do too. You can also support us by checking out some of our competitions. Right now we have one competition that is live, and that is going to be the 4th annual Rougarou Classic. We aren't going to be holding that at Atlas this year. We're going to be holding that at the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner. That's going to be November 18th. We're also finalizing the dates and getting those live for 2 USAPL meets that are going to be coming up. I don't know the dates of those off the top of my head, but one is going to be early October. The other one's going to be early February. So we'll have Capital City Classic early February, and I think we're calling our October show Night of the Living Deadlift. So I'm looking forward to that one. That's it for the video. Until next time, keep that Titan.